nobody is superior to the other. The only reason why there is headship in the home is so that there can be order. Okay, so we'll be talking about, should you give up your ambitions for your partner? That is what we'll be talking about. So, thinking about it actually, you just look at it from the standpoint of if you don't see your vision in another man's vision, you should not get married to that person. Abi?
Technically.
The way you used to say you're technically, it looks like there's K there.
I beg, free me. Free me.
Okay, so today we'll be talking about you giving up your ambition or your vision for your partner. Ambition is the best way to, describe it. So giving up your ambition for your partner. So we'll be diving into that and seeing the possibility of you finally, saying, oh, whatever my husband is doing, I will do with him, or whatever my wife is doing, I will do with her. Hallelujah, somebody. She said, He said, It's the who that brought the hallelujah, somebody.
Thank you.
All right, so what's your standpoint on this issue?
I would first like to lay a foundation that marriage shouldn't make you a non-entity. Marriage should actually bring out the best in you. So marriage should not be a place you come into and your glory, your talent, your own personal, I don't know how to put it. You know, when you're talking about your ambition, your visions, and whatsoever you're aspiring to be, I feel marriage should fuel it and not dampen it. So that's the foundation that I would like to lay. So giving up your ambition for your partner depends on who you've married.
Okay.
Although personally, I don't believe that marriage should kill your ambition. Okay. I don't believe so. I'm not saying sacrifices will not be made. Sacrifices at every point of your relationship will be made, but that doesn't kill your own personal person.
Yes, that's true. And I started with, if you cannot find your vision, if you cannot find you in another person's vision, that person is not your partner. Are you getting it now?
Mm-hmm.
So it must get to a point where you can say, I see what I like to do in this person, and that's why you go into that partnership called marriage.
I wanted to say that you see what you like to do in someone, like what you were saying, and I want to say I didn't see myself as a content creator.
Yeah,
I am a content creator.
That's you mentioned that your ambition, you should not lose your identity. Mm-hmm, all right. Mm-hmm. But do you know there are hidden identities?
True.
There are some. We're talking, your content creation as area now is a potential, right? A potential that wouldn't have come out if not for. Now let me ask, do you enjoy doing it?
Yes, sometimes discussions, I feel that you identify that there are some areas I like to talk about, that even off camera, when a conversation along some lines of thought comes up, I'm always this passionate about it.
You use all your energy, like you more, you understand?
So I think I enjoy it, but initially I didn't see myself as okay, before I got married, I didn't see myself like a content creator or someone coming out, or let's say I'm not bold enough and I didn't face my fears of coming out to talk about certain things. Let's just put that way.
But that part of you came out, right?
And
out. The issue is that you have done this before. Like you have done content creation before, but you don't see it as a social media content creation. You see it as just play.
Okay.
Remember when you were doing it with Precious and yes, you were doing it, and you were doing it passionately then, but you don't see it as something you come out and come and do, because some of those your videos nobody has watched them. But you recorded them, you set it up, and you do it as though you are in the
In the
TV
studio.
station studio thereby.
Oh,
So
that's true.
it was a part of you that you were seeing inside of me. You don't even know how to, like, the thing is not really clear, but the thing just came out. Boom.
Okay.
So that it's important. You need to find yourself in another person. That's why it is said that can two persons work together except they agree. There must be an agreement. There must be a line that brings the two of them together. Now, having laid that foundation of you finding yourself in another person, right? We must come to the point where it is not one-sided. Yes, we must come to understand the point where it is not one-sided. Now, there must be a family goal, right?
Yes.
If there is a family goal, what do you seek to achieve? If the ambition of the wife will take us to our goal slower, the wife should give up, if need be, the wife should give up ambition. Are you getting it? For a later time, not forever. Me, I don't believe it is forever, because most times what brings about you, because I know everybody is waiting for us to talk about working. You don't work, me, I will work for the purpose of children. You know, that's the thing that surrounds this thing. It's just like a cold this thing underneath. Now, but me, I'm bringing it from the standpoint of, if the person, the wife, the family goal, if it is the wife that is pursuing the family goal, it will take them there slower. Then the husband should be the one pursuing the goal. Then the wife supports. And otherwise, if the man's effort will take us there slower, then the wife should be the one pursuing the goal, and the husband do what? Supports. I know it is a hard bone for people to crack, but me, I'm of the opinion that anybody can pursue the goal while the other person what? Supports.
I agree with what you said, because you were not one-sided. Because in society today, it is believed that a woman should just support the husband. Either he's doing well or he's not doing well. So, I don't know, maybe either to massage the man's ego of being a man. So me, I would like to ask you that, can the two pursue the goal simultaneously?
As I was saying, I've placed the identity of the man forward, the identity of the woman forward in both ways. Now, you say, I mentioned that can two work together except they agree. So if the two of them need to pursue it together, one will chase 1,000, two will chase 10,000. But at the same time, that support is the two. If someone is doing, another person is supporting. If you have 20 tasks, or let me say you have 3 tasks, and one person is taking up one, the other is taking up the other, and the task is supposed to be 2 of you, right? But you have done division of labor, you'll be able to achieve it faster. Are you getting my point? Because if you decide to leave one side, because as your career is moving on, your raising of children is moving on, you're building a life or building a legacy is moving on. In fact, what people do these days is that when they face career for like 5-10 years, they now start employing people to help them build the career into a legacy. Do you understand? But can you contract raising of children to anybody?
No.
So that's why I feel, because if the business is going fine, a legacy has been built, and the children come to destroy the legacy because the children were not raised well. Have we achieved anything? No. So that's why, irrespective, the husband can work, the wife can be working as a support system. But if need be that the wife or the husband stays and not do anything, not doing anything does not mean wake up and just eat. Not work. He could be raising the children. She could be raising the children. So for me, I see one of the pillars of marriage and relationship is raising children, then building a legacy. Sure, you understand? So I now see it in diverse, in threefold. So anybody can do it. Like all of them can put their hands together and do it together. Is it clearer now? Am I confusing you? Because it looks like I'm confusing you. Okay, or I'm too balanced.
No, I feel that all you've been saying, like in my own understanding, is there should be a balance. I think what puts people in problem in marriages or in homes is that the both parents are too focused on finances.
Okay.
And everybody is busy chasing career, both the man and the woman chasing career, and they left the care in the hands of someone
else. Okay.
Which might not bring them up to how you would happen to have done it. Like how would you would have done it yourself. Even if the person is doing a good job, there's this parental care that no one can actually fill the vacuum. Yeah. So me, I'm saying for anyone that both husband and wife is chasing career, it won't be like that in every home. In some home, it will require that someone stay behind and take care of. It depends on the agreement of the husband and the wife. In some home, it will require that you stay back and take care of the child. And that does not necessarily mean that you're idle. You can have so many things on the sides doing, but just that the family should be together.
Yeah. So now you brought us into finance. The reason behind most people chasing career is not just for the position, it's for the remuneration that comes with the career. Am I correct? That's what you just said now.
That's what I said. But some people,
finance.
Yeah, some people actually love the idea of being out there, showing forth what. Some people is not just about the money. Some people is about.
Can we remove the money?
We should remove the money.
Can we remove the money? It's not about the money, but can we remove the money, and will they still do it?
You'll be surprised that some people would still do it.
How many percent?
A lower percentage, but some people will still do it for humanity's sake.
Okay, we are not talking about the lower percent now. We are not talking about the minority. We are talking about something that will affect a lot of people. Because to an extent, we are talking about general principles. So if you focus on the minority, you're going to be veering off what affects a lot of people. How many people can work as volunteers while they have children? If you volunteer to the point that you become a director, right? You volunteer. Let's assume that there's a system like that helps people to volunteer to become director. We should not be quick to say that yes, there are some people. I've discovered that money reveals attitudes. Lack or presence of money reveals the real attitude of people. Yeah. So why is it that people cannot really work without money? They say there's I was reading a report recently, and the report was showing that in 2020 we had about 50 or 40 something or 33% unemployment rate in Nigeria. And when it jumped to 2021 or 2022, they said the thing is now 4 point something percent. Now, I later read, and because I was doing the research, I later discovered that they changed the metric system, the way it is being calculated, unemployment rate. That is, if you have worked 2 hours in the past 90 days, you are employed. Yes, that's the new way by which they calculate. So they change the calculation. You get it? They change the calculation. So changing the way they calculate it brought down the number drastically. But is that true?
Not true.
Now, because unemployment rate is increasing day after day. Now, how many people are volunteering? How many people are volunteering? So, let's not be fast to remove finances from what makes people to pursue career. Yes, I know you love building. I know you love architectural design. But can you design my house for free? Or you will say, me, I'm not doing what I'm doing for free. Yes, it will take you time. Can I just pay you for your time? I mean, just pay you for what it will cost you to do it and no profit to you. It is not possible. People don't naturally do it. Everybody needs a motivation. And so, in pursuit of your career, your only motivation is not just the position. Imagine position that is not backed up with what? With pounds. Yeah. So, it has to be backed up. So, for me, my own standpoint is that as much as I agree with you that people focus on the finances, they also, family focus, husband and wife, they focus on finances. There's also the place of their personal vision, what I want to achieve. But if you remove the finances, there's a possibility that the personal vision. Can I use myself as an example? I was born with a rubber spoon, and if you know what that means,
Plastic spoon.
okay, so I think plastic is even more expensive than rubber.
What's
So I was born with a rubber spoon in my mouth, and I know how my parents struggled to achieve things. And so I promised myself when I was in school that at least with the way I'm looking at it, before 30, I should become a doctor. I mean, a PhD holder. I wanted to be a medical doctor because our society has painted it to us that if you are not a medical doctor, you won't get a job. If you are not a medical doctor, you won't achieve your goals. You understand? And having a brilliant guy, we believe that they should all go into what? If we had known that time that computing is going to bring more money, we would have probably put our head in it. Now, I thought that what will happen is that if I become a doctor, I will have enough money to take care of my parents and take care of myself and also take care of my family. Now, my hope of being a doctor was shambled by JAMB. Although I had a good score, but no, this was not even JAMB. It was not JAMB. It was my WAEC result. So, my WAEC result was something to write home about, if I won't say the other side. So, I had distinctions, but I had a pass in a very important subject. So, that one went. So, I decided to go for computer. Now, my computer, I just discovered that, if I pursue this computer, pursue education, computer education, I pursue it, I'll become a PhD holder in educational technology. I believe so. And I wanted to achieve that aim or goal before 30 or at 30. Now, Nigeria happened.
Nigeria happened to you.
Nigeria happened. Now, do you know, in the process of trying to achieve my aim of becoming a doctor, I needed resources to help me to continue living my life. Because becoming a doctor is one part of my life. It is not all that my life consists. If I am a doctor and I come home, am I a doctor? No, let's be sincere. I'm not a doctor. I'm a daddy. I'm a father. Now, if I am a doctor, if I get to church, am I a doctor? No, I am not a doctor. I am a church member. If I'm in the family, my parents' family, I am not a doctor. I am a brother or a son to someone. Sure, you understand? So, let's not focus on it that because this is what I do in this area, that is all that consists about me. You understand? Are you getting my point?
You.
So, I left that goal because I needed something else that will make me me and not just pursuing that vision of being a doctor. So I delved into other things and the other things paid off. Now it paid off because it increased my standard of living. It increased my perception to things. It gave me more, let me say, more orientation and what's it called? It shall widen my horizon about life because of the things I ventured into. And in all, it has paid off. If I had known earlier, what would I have done?
You'd have pursued it
I would
earlier.
have pursued it earlier. I would have pursued it earlier. But let's be sincere. Underneath. I don't like us to say, like, I don't like people coming out and say, I'm not doing it for money. We know you are not doing it for money. But there's money underneath. Let's be sincere. Stop paying politicians money, salary. Let's stop paying politicians money. Only civil servants collect salary. Will you want to be a politician? Will you want to be a politician? Will you want to be a politician? No. Not everybody will want to be a politician. So we should always understand that our life is in facet, and every side of it must be taken into consideration. That's my humble submission. C'est clair?
Oui, c'est clair.
So, can you leave your career for me? That's it.
Can I leave my career for you? Is that supposed to be a question?
That's supposed to be a question.
It's not a question.
In fact, it's not supposed to be a question. Okay, what is it?
It's not a question because
you have left it.
You're asking an obvious question already.
Okay, let's see the obvious answer. Let's hear it.
Technically, I'm not leaving my career for you. If I'm leaving my career, if I'm putting a pause on my career, I'm putting a pause because I feel that that's for the betterment of the growth of our family. And even if I'm going to pursue my career, I'm not going to pursue it at the detriment
of my family. Okay.
Now, this is a very sensitive topic because we're in a generation where we want to share 50-50. But I hate to tell you, to break this to you, there's no 50-50 in marriage.
Okay. There's what?
I'm sorry to say, there are times that it is 50-50, yeah. But you always want a 50-50. This marriage as we're entering, 50-50 or true. I'm sorry to break it to you. There's nothing like that. There are times there will be a 60-40. There are times that it will be 70-30. And there are times that it will be 40-60. In the sense that on your side, you are playing the 40% role. On the man's side, is paying the 60% role. And there are times that it will turn. Tables will turn. And you will be the one paying 60% and the man will be paying 40%. As lives happen, these chances shift to one person's side than the other, and there are times where it is equal. So going to marriage with the mindset of 50-50 will damage you because you keep thinking of how you're doing more than the other person, and you won't focus that there are times that this person do more than you do. My own point of view. So coming to career, like I said from the beginning, it's based on agreement on both husband and the wife. But the truth and the bitter pill that we always find hard to swallow is that at a point in your life, you necessarily you may not be leaving your career, but you will slow down if you want things to work out the way it should work out. It will come to a point in your life that you have to slow down, either your husband or the wife. In some understanding family where the wife has the upper hand, the man has to slow down. Not that he will not go to work at all, but so that things can be okay and balanced.
Balance.
That is the point of finding balance. But where the man is having an upper hand, the wife has to slow some things down so that things can be balanced in the life of those that they are bringing up as children, except maybe you don't have children. Or even if you don't have children, there are other things in the home to take care of that it requires your time. Now, it happens to be as if women are on the unfair side because most families, men have the upper hand.
Upper hand as in?
Like finance and everything.
Okay,
So,
okay, I get your point. Continue.
So for a woman, you might have to put like, not necessarily a pause or a stop, but you have to slow down on things so as your children can have a better life and a better experience of parenthood, like family relationship.
Family life.
I would like to put myself as an example too, not my husband, but while growing up, my dad is a career person, always work money. His work was so tight. My mom was also working. She was a tailor and she was doing well. I can't even remember the time she was sewing because she did that when we were very young. At some point, she had to put a pause to it. Not because she does not care about she would have been should have made it big or something, but maybe along the line there were issues. But I imagine how I would have turned out if she didn't make that sacrifice. Because my daddy leaves home as early as 5 a.m. and sometimes he's not back till 10 p.m, 11 p.m. There are days he had come home by 12 midnight because of Lagos traffic. So she dropped everything to say, these children, let me focus. The 4 eyes became 2 eyes, but not because the other eyes is not available.
But no, you mentioned something at the beginning. It's not even 4 eyes becoming 2 eyes. It is still 4 eyes.
It's still 4 eyes. Okay, sorry, forgive me.
It is still 4 eyes because I don't believe in percentage in marriage. You know why? It is always complete if the two of them are working towards the same goal.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, I give that illustration because of this generation, like the trending things of 50-50.
It's not 50-50. If it is family over everything, it is 100-100. For me, no, I have a different opinion. I agree with all you have been saying, but what I'm saying is that it is not like we are 100% and we want to share. We'll now make 60-40, 50-50. No, don't think that. If you are thinking that it will be imbalance like this, all we are wanting is that it should be balanced. That means everybody put 100% of their effort. What can I do best? What can you do best? If what you can do best is raising the kids, by agreement, let the one who can do it best raise the kids. It's not wrong for the father to raise the kids. It's not, for me, it is not wrong.
For an African man.
For an African man, their ego will not their ego will not allow them to raise kids.
But they will go abroad and raise the kids, Sha.
So many of them will go abroad to raise the kids, have you?
No, with the way the law is outside the country, that give a woman and a man, that leaves them on the same level.
That's it. That's why I'm saying the way it should be is that everybody is equal. It is 100-100, not 50-50, not 50-40 or 60-40. It is 100-100. Nobody is superior to the other. The only reason why there is headship in the home is so that there can be order. God did not say there's no place in the Bible that God said the man is more important than the woman. It was not said anywhere in the scripture. And in fact, when God refers to us, he's referring to even a woman as a man. You understand? Who is man that thou art mindful of him? You see places in the scripture where generically man is being used for both male and female. So we are both equal in God's eyes. We are both equal. And so what you should do is that put in all your efforts. I put in all my efforts, and it will bring forth something that is what? That is good. All of us will enjoy it. But when it is like, no, my wife is doing more than me. I don't want my wife. It is not about competition. It is contribution. Contribute what you have. The other person contribute what he has. If your contribution is staying at home, brother, stay at home. Father, stay at home.
Work from home.
Work from home, exactly. Work from home. If that is your contribution, if that is what will make it work. But I understand this other side is that some people are afraid that what if this man divorce me? What if this woman divorce me? You need God in your family. Everything works together
for good.
So let it balance up. I'm not talking to those who are in diaspora. I'm not talking about those who are outside Nigeria.
Even in diaspora, they find a way to balance things.
I'm talking about those who are even in our dear country, Nigeria. If you are a man and you need to stay at home, you are not Bewudani. You are a man.
You're not dummy.
You are not a dummy. You are not a dummy. Anybody can fend for the family for the meantime that everything will be balanced. We should not allow ego. I know a man wants to provide. I know it is part of your nature you want to provide. The issue is that staying at home does not mean you cannot provide. Working from home does not mean you cannot provide. You will still provide. You can still provide. It is well.
It is sweet to work from home.
You say what?
It is sweet to work from home.
For real?
Yes, no.
It is sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Discussion for another day.
What is that now? Okay, because I'm not a working from home person, Abby.
Yes, that's because it's not your nature.
It's not my thing.
It's not your thing, exactly. So that's why I felt like you mean.
But it's sweet
you
now.
Mean it?
Yeah, I mean it.
Yeah, mean it. Okay. If you say you
mean
I'll
not bring hospital inside my room like this. So I'll not be going out.
Bring hospital to this left wing of your house.
Okay.
Left wing, and people come to your house for
treatment.
All right, if you have questions concerning this podcast, please drop in the comment section.
This podcast thing
as much as possible.
To raise brows.
I know it's going to shake tables because I've touched on people in their bone marrow. All right, so yes, I don't know it all. Let me hear your own part. Let me hear your own scenario. Why you think what I'm saying is fine or is not fine. So let's hear, and please comment, share it with somebody. We'll be glad to hear from you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for staying true, for watching, and let us know your opinion in the comment section. There are some people who are watching this podcast, they have not subscribed.
Abba.
I don't know. You have watched one, you have watched two, you did not subscribe. Abba. It's not good. Oh yeah, subscribe now. It doesn't buy. All right, thank you very much for watching today's episode of this podcast. My name is Ayodele.
And my name is Luatusin.
And together we are walking in faith
and living in love.
We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.